What's up, guys? It's Gorilaman, and today we're doing comic versus myths with me, Gorilaman.
And me, Alexander. My name is Mr. Sinister, but you can call me Alexander.
For comic versus myths, I'm going to be representing myths because they're really cool. And
Me, comics, because what's a myth? And we mean myth by mythology, not myth as in Mythbusters, guys. Now, we have a list of 6 things from the comics. 3 Greek, 3 Norse. Maybe we might do a part 2 if we really want, because there are more than just those 2. Kind of like gods and stuff. So, number 1, obviously being the god of thunder himself, Zeus. I'm kidding. Thor. We'll get to Zeus later. Okay, first we'll go with the comic origin. Now, in the comics, Thor was the son of Odin and Gaia. I think I'm saying that right. She is the god of Earth, so like Thor can be like part Earth. Now, she's of Asgard and is of Earth descendants. So you know that Freya, like the mother that you see in the movies, yeah, she's alive. Now, when he comes to his when he becomes mature enough, he's not mature at all. He's actually very immature. So his father banishes him to Earth, where he becomes Donald Blake. Yeah, you see that name right there on the top from the first Thor movie. Yeah, that's reference. He becomes a doctor. He doesn't realize he's Thor, and he has to learn how to be a nice human being and be worthy of Mjolnir again. Once he becomes worthy of Mjolnir, he becomes Thor again, and he gets returned to Asgard. He decides to stay at Earth and become one of their heroes, because how nice of him. So, what in the mythos is not in the comics? What was different in the mythos?
so basically, as the same, he was the son of Odin and...
Here he is. He's the son of God Odin and the personified Earth. So, what's the mother's name?
So he's the son of Odin and personified Earth, Fjorgen.
Fjorgen. Nate, put the word on screen, please.
Yeah.
Like that. Let's see. There it is. Yep. I can't... there it is. You're just telling me who their parents are. You're not telling me the origin. What was different to the Thor origin that I explained? Did he get banished to Earth?
No, he didn't.
He didn't get banished to Earth. So the whole Donald Blake thing, humility thing, worthy hammer thing, that's not a thing.
Now, in this photo, he is in a carriage with possibly goats or maybe something else pulling the carriage. Did he have a carriage in the comics?
He was shown to be using a carriage sometimes, but he's probably better off flying with his hammer, with his mighty hammer Mjolnir. Mjolnir.
And it's good to note, in the myths, his hammer was thinner and golden. Right there, in the same photo that shows the carriage.
Okay, next is Hercules.
Hercules. Sure.
Hercules?
Do you want to go first for Hercules?
Hercules. Okay, much like the mythos, he is the son of Zeus, and he is also the son of a mortal unknown. It's a mortal woman. He went through 7 labors and to earn his immortality in Olympus. He then decided that because he lived through the thrill of battle and for great honor in fighting, he went to Earth, I believe. Yes, he went to Earth and helped fight crime. He's a god, so watch out, crime.
He's not actually a god.
Good enough.
He did the 12 labors, and they gave him the powers of a god.
I'm goddess. No, I'm not. Now, he then joined the Avengers and the Defenders and a bunch of stuff to help fight crime, and his father, Zeus, was not all too happy with his pursued lifestyle.
So, like the comics, he is the son of Zeus, which, fun fact, the Roman equivalent is Jupiter. And
Mighty and strong.
And the mortal
An immortal woman.
Alkmen. I think I'm saying that right. It'll be on screen. And he was famous for his strength and numerous far-ranging adventures, not activities.
So he did 12 labors, correct?
Yes.
He also did 12 labors. Did he go to Earth and fight crime?
He didn't stay at Earth, but he did fight crime on...
Crime?
Yeah, well, sort of crime.
You know how... Okay, anyway, I wouldn't exactly use the word crime.
Not really crime. He fought like if a lion was like destroying a village or something.
So like that one movie with The Rock.
What is his relation to Earth?
He decided that he was going to be valiant and a strong hero. He went to Earth to help fight crime. He joined the Defenders and the Avengers. I did say this.
So he didn't really fight crime. As I said, he fought like... Threats, yeah.
Random facts. Okay, instead of a regular handshake or a high five or something, like a regular human being, I'm sorry, demigod, he punches people in the face to say hi. If you see Hercules in the street, don't say hi to him.
Don't worry, Hercules died many, many years ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
He died in the same galaxy.
On a more serious note, however, the next one we'll be doing is Ragnarok. Ragnarok in the comics was caused by Loki. And I'm not too familiar with the details. Ragnarok means the end of the universe in Norse mythology. It will be preceded by the everlasting winter. So it's basically the end of all things. Asgard just goes. Ragnarok was caused by Loki, and this time during Ragnarok, Thor managed to change the event around because something different happened this time. Can you tell me what the event of Ragnarok is before we get into what he did?
Basically, it wasn't caused by Loki, and a lot of people died, which...
As you can imagine.
Baldur was killed by Loki and his army of the dead. And... Odin and also Tyr both got eaten by Fenrir. And yeah, that's mostly it. It was a big war.
A war against who? Who was fighting in the wars?
The evil people that came from, like, hell, and then the people from Asgard.
So, you mean the army from the underworld that Loki called?
Not only, there was also...
So Loki did help cause it.
Yeah, but he didn't physically cause it.
He didn't physically cause it. Well, I'm pretty sure the war in the comics had something to do with the Heroes of Earth and Norman Osborn. I might be getting it wrong. I'm pretty... Does the Dark Siege have anything to do with it? I haven't read these storylines myself. I've only read, like, a few descriptions, but I could be getting them wrong. I do know that Thor, because he went to Earth and learned humility and stuff, it, like, changed the entire event, and most of the gods, instead of dying, they turned into, like, mortals and lived life on Earth. And eventually, Asgard was brought back, and so were many of the gods, in the plains of Oklahoma. Well, I really kind of wish I was kidding.
No one got brought back in Oklahoma. It was sort of just meant to be the end of the world type thing. Where everybody killed each other. So then there was nobody left.
Dark.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have is Zeus. Zeus is actually quite... like, the backstory for him is actually quite similar between both of them. Both of them are the son of Kronos, and he was one of the few children not to get eaten by him, and killed him, and freed his siblings, and made Olympus, and stuff like that.
So, in the myth, it was the god of the sky and the ruler of the Olympian gods, or Olympus. And he overthrew his father, Kronos, and then drew lots with his brothers, Poseidon and Hades. In order to decide who would succeed their father on the throne, Zeus won the draw and became the supreme ruler of the gods. Did he do that stuff with his brother to try and get the throne?
I believe so.
If you didn't know, Zeus is god of the sky, Poseidon's god of the seas, and I believe Hades is the ruler of hell.
Interesting. The difference between the two of these aren't very major, aside from the fact that of their sons Hercules and Ares, which we'll get to also, they had a few differences, but like for the most part, he stayed the same.
Okay, so next is Loki.
Loki, the good old god of mischief. Loki in the comics was the son of Laufey, so he's Loki Laufeyson, and because of his small size, he was abandoned by his father. Odin then took him in after killing his father and raised him as his own child. He was an adoptive child, basically. Archenemy of Thor. What is different to Loki in this?
Well, he was the god of mischief again, but also the...
Continue.
I'll put the website in the description. He has 6 children with 3 different wives, and he's referred to as the blood brother of Odin.
So we know for a fact that he's not the huge mischievous god that we all know from the comics and from the movies. He's not much of a lovable villain. He's not the biggest villain at all, really, in the Norse mythology. This was boring. Let's go to Ares, the god of war. This is the last one we'll be talking about, Ares. Now, I like Ares. He is the god of war. Now, can you tell me a little something about Ares in the Greek mythos?
Okay, so Ares is the god of war and the son of Zeus and Hera. Whatever. And he had, well, in this photo, put it on screen, he looks quite old considering the white hair, and he has battle armor, and it's not really a long sword, it's more like a machete type thing. I know it's not a machete, you can correct me on that. And he represented the raw violence and untamed acts that occurred in wartime. Did he do any of this?
He was a war fanatic, and he always has been a war fanatic. In the comics, he was he despised his parents, and his parents kind of despised him. Is this true?
Yes, he was disliked by his parents.
Did he use machine guns and many modern weaponry, such as grenades, handguns, machine guns, and several modern weapons?
No, he wasn't in that time. As I said before, he mostly had armor and a small sword.
Well, in the comics, he's a full-on badass.
He's still a badass in the...
I'm sorry, but Marvel Ares beats regular Ares. I'm sorry.
Because normal Ares doesn't have modern weaponry and a bulletproof vest and stuff.
He doesn't need a bulletproof vest. He's immortal. No, but he is wearing a bulletproof vest.
Okay, make sure to check out my personal channel where I'll be doing video game Let's Plays.
Hopefully, and maybe some theories. So check it out, it'll be linked in the description. And I haven't posted anything yet, but I will soon. Depending on when this video comes out.
Yeah, depending on when this video comes out.
He's gonna be a YouTuber. He's gonna be all by himself. I'm so proud of him. I just shook his head.
So, but anyways, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And mythology rules.
Comics.
Mythology.
Comics.
Mythology.
Speak.
Mythology.
Comics.
Mythology!
Comics.
You just started a war.
Dun 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 dun.
See, Alex is just bit dumb.
Bit dumb dumpling. Bit dumb dumpling.
Dumpling.
Dumpling. I'm not a big fan of dumplings. Leave a like if you like dumplings.
Leave a dislike if you don't like dumplings.
No, that's bad. That's really bad for our channel. You can't just tell people to dislike our video. You know what happens if we get very bad? It's bad ratings. We can't have dislikes.
I'm gonna put that in the blooper reel.
No, don't put that in the blooper. You should just add that in the actual thing. Mythology. It will be preceded by the everlasting winter.
Okay, so that was comics.
No, calm down. No, don't. He's going to be all by himself.